152397.
I did the choreography myself. Hey honey, have you gained some weight in your rear end? The dress you wear reminds me of my old girlfriend. And where'd you get those shoes? I think they're pretty lame. Would you stop talking, cause I'm trying to watch the game?
I'm good.
Do.
That page.
Broadcasting live from a hollowed out tree stump in the middle of no man's land.
Oh shit.
Very good comedy. Strap in boys and girls. It's time to enter the bunker.
Yeah, Married with Comedy. That's mine. So people are talking to us, chitty-chatting with the chit-chat. What's up, y'all? We're in it.
What are the comments?
I'm gonna have them up over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna be doing a show. You know what I'm saying? A show. We're doing a show. We're doing a show.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. I'm gonna pause that stuff right there. Boom. See, I got the comedy comments right there. My comedy comment. Macaulay Culkin. So what are you doing? On today's show, we're going to have a lot of awesome stuff going on. Let's see. We've got masturbation. Going to talk about the 10 C's of survival. What else? What else we can talk about? What? I'm Jeff Onyx.
It's like masturbation.
I'm Jeff Onyx.
I'm Joe Chandler.
It almost looks
Dude,
like you got
I have ears.
hair right there now. You're adjusting your hair. Yeah. He's adjusting his hurrah.
So we're going to talk about a great TV show from back in the day.
Yeah, TV show from back in the day.
Yeah. Talk about Christian metal bands.
Christian metal, I like that. Christian metal? Like for real metal?
Well, Screamo today.
Screamo.
Yeah, we got Screamo.
Did you look into Tourniquet?
No.
No, man.
Not yet.
Tourniquet's where it's at, bro.
Tourniquet.
Tourniquet's where it's at. Tourniquet's where it's at. Boom. So we are chitty-chatting on multiple chitty-chats, and we were just like hanging out. If the stuff seems like it's going to drop out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's because the interwebs here is kind of screwy, kind of messed up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why why it's got to be all messed up, but it's messed up. Yeah, the video keeps interrupting because Facebook sucks balls. It's Facebook. For those of you who are watching, the video keeps interrupting because Facebook sucks. Fuck Zuckerberg. Fuck Zuckerberg.
You would.
I would. Hey, Fuck the Zuck. You know what I'm saying, G?
Fucking alien.
I'm gonna fuck the Zuck.
You know
So-
they're doing the social media, or no, Social Network, the movie.
Yeah, the movie.
They're doing
Social
a
Network?
sequel.
What's it called? The elimination of free speech.
It's not eliminating free speech.
Manipulating the narrative.
I mean, you can't go to Walmart and be like, "Suck my balls,"
Well,
on a, out loud.
so let's say you go to Walmart and somebody says it's okay to suck the left nut, but not the right nut. And you go, well, I think you should be able to suck the right nut too if you want.
Should it be sucking any of the
No,
nuts?
what if they said only the left nut could be sucked?
But you shouldn't be sucking the nuts that are like on display to
Just
buy.
Just saying, dude.
You
Hey,
take
remember
it
that-
home and then you lick it.
Remember that whole the virus might have escaped from the Wuhan virus and everybody lost their fucking minds?
Yeah, and now they're saying
It might have escaped from the Wuhan lab.
might have.
have. Hey, what I'm saying is that why destroy the narrative? Remember that dude with the laptop? And everybody said you can't share information about the
You
laptop.
talking about Joe Biden's
Kid, yeah.
Kid, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, let's
we
not
know about
not talk about that. Control
like,
the narrative.
child porn on it and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. He was like, I'm gonna show some Epstein stuff up in this bitch. Up in this bitch. So I'm saying. So I'm just gonna like pretend like I can see the chitty chat, but I'm pretty sure I cannot see the chitty chat. I don't know why. But I can and I cannot.
The chitty chat bang bang.
Chitty chat. Chitty chitty bang bang. I'm gonna type in here. Facebook sucks. There you go. Boom. That's what I'm saying. I said Facebook sucks. If you would like to watch this uninterrupted without any dropouts, you can go to our account tomorrow on YouTube. July 3rd, it'll be up on YouTube or Rumble. Yeah. Know what I'm saying, G? That's where that's at.
Yeah, G.
That's what I'm saying, G Money. Da 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 da. It's saying the FPS is all messed up, but we're broadcasting at the lowest possible you can do for this internet, and it's still messing up. Ah, Melissa says it too. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Facebook sucks. We're telling everybody Facebook sucks. Here's the trippy thing. We're the only ones on this internet, and the internet's supposed to be like really, really fast. But it's not. So it's got to be Facebook. If the internet's not messed up and our software's running properly, which it is. What is Richie showing me? Richie keeps showing me stuff, bro. Yeah, man. Facebook sucks. Everybody needs to know Facebook sucks. All right. Here we go. We're going to start the show. Ready? Ready for the show?
Yeah.
We're going to start off with the word of the week. Are you prepared to do your part of the word of the week thing later?
Yep.
Well, not the word of the week. I mean, you're going to do a thing that's related.
That's ties in.
Yeah, ties in. The word of the week this week is she-bop.
Yep.
She-bop is the word of the week. She-bop. It is a verb. It get sexual gratification through self-stimulation. Synonyms are jack off, jerk off, masturbate, wank, and
masturbate.
Masturbate. Why do they have wank masturbate? Twice. Stimulate sexually.
Wank. Oh, wank masturbate? Like, so wank masturbate is one word? What about spanking a monkey?
Yeah. Oh, here, let's see more. Excite, stimulate, stir feelings in. Okay.
Rubbing
So-
one out.
Rubbing one out. Yeah. Starting a fire. Starting a fire. I didn't start the fire. It's been burning since the world's been turning.
It's been burning since a trip to the Philippines.
It's been burning since Democrats took over the city of Chicago and Detroit and Seattle. And where else did Democrats take over and everything's burning down because failed policy? Pretty much all the Democrat places.
What about Massachusetts, Boston?
Okay. Is Boston ran by Democrats?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Seriously?
Okay, I'm saying my point is that I point out all of the major cities that are ran by Democrats that are burning to the ground.
And I point out
And
one
high
that's
crime.
not. You're saying like all of them are
What does it matter?
burning down.
No,
and
I'm
like,
saying-
not all of them.
I'm saying all of the cities that are in major disrepair right now are all ran by Democrats.
Yeah, well, it's not all the Democrats' fault. Perfect example, Detroit. It's the fault
RoboCop.
of RoboCop. Exactly. Exactly what I was going to say. I mean,
RoboCop. It's RoboCop's fault. That's what I'm saying. I think RoboCop was prophetic. Like they could see in the future. So,
no, I think
you don't think they could see in the future?
the time then was fucked up, and they were like, it was a satire. I didn't realize till I watched it like a few years ago that it was a satire and actually hilarious, because I remember watching it when I was like 8.
So is Mad Max a satire also?
Probably not. I don't know. I really say
Oh
so.
shit! Somebody's talking
It's-
on your.
But
Your
Mad
shit's-
Max isn't funny.
Depends on who you are and what part of this thing you're watching.
I guess.
A little kid getting ran over by the motorcycle, and the wife and kid getting ran over, and you're like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah, and then Mel Gibson being a hero.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Wait,
he's not racist?
that's before
What?
he knew. That's before he knew Jesus, and then he knew Jews were evil. I'm just
But-
saying.
Jesus was a Jew, man.
But
Jesus
Mel
was a
Gibson.
Jew.
Mel Gibson is back in the saddle. He's
He-
making movies again.
He's never left though.
He's
He
like
was
Russell
always
Brand.
making movies,
He's-
except they were being secretive. They would never say. I don't remember what movie it was, but I remember seeing directed by the director of Braveheart. They would not mention his name. It's like we know it's Mel Gibson, but they wouldn't say his name.
So movies that Mel Gibson directed that were awesome: Apocalypto,
Okay.
The Patriot,
Oh, speaking of comedies,
The Braveheart.
yeah,
What's-
Passion of the Christ, hilarious.
He did a good job on all of those
Um,
in his directing
what about
capacity.
the Beaver? Have you seen the Beaver?
No.
He sticks his hand in a beaver.
Shut the hell up.
I just realized how that sounded like.
He's sticking his
But-
hand up in a beaver.
Yeah, he was like stuck his hand in a beaver and started talking with it. Dude, what did he direct lately?
Yep.
I'll get back at you.
Well, we're going to be talking about
I
some
hear
movies
fireworks.
that Mel Gibson did not direct. Yeah, everybody's saying it's driving them crazy that this thing is dropping out. But you know what's really funny is? Our system is working like really cool. The CPU is only running at 27% right now. So it's 100% the internet. 100%. 100% the internet. today.
100% the internet, 90% of the time.
Well, internet or Facebook. I would say Facebook because, because this is considered a right-wing show.
Yeah.
So as soon as you say Epstein or Joe Biden's son, then they start knocking you down. All right, so fan mail. If you want to get in touch with us, you can send fan mail to fan mail, care of Comedy Vets, P.O. Box 369, Lathrop, Missouri 64465. Or if you're an angry feminist, you could send hate mail, care of Comedy Vets, P.O. Box 369, Lathrop, Missouri 64465. Here's what we have to do: pretend like there's nothing wrong with the internet and Facebook doesn't suck. You know why? because we're recording this and it's recording perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So on YouTube, nobody's going to notice that it was all screwy.
But true.
All they're going to see is perfectness. Your wrist hurts from wanking? Were you she-bopping earlier?
She-bop. She-bop.
All right, let's see.
Bop.
What's the next thing? Oh, This Week
Bop.
in Comedy History. We're going to do This Week in Comedy History. We'll do your thing in a little bit. But right now we're going to do This Week in Comedy History. Here we go. This Week in Comedy History. Boom. Should I put up the little This Week in Comedy History thing so people know what we're talking about?
Yeah.
All right. This Week in Comedy History. June 28, 1938, John Biner was born. You know this guy?
Is he the guy he created, like,
No.
gender binary? Right.
John Biner, best known for his for the voice of the cartoon The Ant and the Aardvark.
Okay.
You don't know what that is?
No, I
Way before your time, bro.
Apparently.
You might not know he was the original person cast as Mork from Ork on Happy Days.
Oh.
He thought that the premise was too ridiculous for a serious comedian like him.
Wait, a serious comedian?
Yeah, and he quit. And right when they were filming, he quit. And right at the last minute, they brought in Robin Williams to fill in as a fill-in, and it ended up being a career-changing move for Robin Williams because he did such a good job. It became his own spin-off. He had his own show from it.
Oh, yeah, because... I forgot it was on Happy Days originally.
Yeah, Happy Days. Like Laverne and Shirley was
Yeah.
originally on Happy Days, too. Yeah, okay, so... June 29th, 1976, Brett McKenzie was born, best known for being half of the comedy duo Flight of the Conchords.
Oh.
Oddly enough, he's
They're
not
recognized.
on What We Do in the Shadows.
Wait, is that by the same people?
Yeah, the guy, what's his name, Jamie?
Okay.
Jamie? Or Julian? I don't know. The other guy is the guy that created What We Do in the Shadows. This guy was not on What We Do in the Shadows.
Wait, he's... That dude, that guy who directed Thor Ragnarok?
I don't know. The guy that did What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
What We Do in the Shadows.
He did Thor Ragnarok.
I don't know, whatever. You might not know that Brett McKenzie was an elf in the Lord of the Rings franchise in two of the movies, Fellowship of the Ring and Return of the King. This guy was an elf in two of the
He looks like an elf.
two of the movies. June 30th, 1956, David Allen Greer was born, best known as a cast member on In Living Color and as the cop in the
And
original Jumanji.
Jumanji, yeah.
Yeah. You might not know, when Greer was young, his family marched with Martin Luther King Jr. in a march on poverty in Detroit, Michigan.
They were marching on poor people? That's
Yeah.
mean.
July 1st, nothing happened. So in the comments, whatever. Go ahead and let us know what you think happened in July 1st. So, actually, July 1st, you know what happened in comedy history? Bill Cosby was released.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't
That's
that just happen
hilarious.
yesterday?
Yes. Was
That
it yesterday or the day before?
It doesn't matter. Bill Cosby's loose. July 1st.
Yes.
Let's say July 1st.
Like your kids. Hide your daughters.
It's the AC/DC song. Lock up your daughters. Lock up your wives.
Yes.
The man is back in town. So don't you mess around, 'cause he's got Kool-Aid.
He was not a Kool-Aid guy.
Speaking of dynamite.
Jello. Dynamite.
Speaking of dynamite, remember last week we did that guy JJ Walker?
Yeah.
I saw him in a commercial.
Oh, really?
He's doing the Medicaid helpline commercial now.
The Medicaid?
Medicaid helpline.
Please tell me he says dynamite.
You know that guy, the football player, Joe Namath? He
Yes.
did it's the same commercial but with JJ Walker to appeal to a different demographic, if you know what I mean. Because the football player guy, he related to black people.
Wait.
And J.J. Walker relates to the old white people.
I thought you were going to say retarded people.
Oh, retarded people.
Retarded people need Medicaid too, buddy.
If you look like Beetlejuice, you can get Medicaid benefits, Medicare benefits, just like me. October 4th, 1916, John Murray was born, and he died July 2nd, 2006. This guy. Best known as a stand-up comedian on the Borscht Belt. Borscht Belt.
So, Russian comedian?
Do you know? You might not know. The Borscht Belt was actually also called the Jewish Alps. It was a vacation location for Jewish people in the Catskill Mountains.
Oh.
It's a big Jewish vacation spot.
Pre-Holocaust?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. No,
Just
no, because he was born in 1916, and in his like 20s and 30s, that would have been 1936.
so it's during Holocaust.
Probably, yeah. So Jews were going
Cool.
to the Catskill Mountains to go vacation and get away from the
The Nazis.
Hitler.
So Anne Frank's hiding in an attic. Everybody else is hiding in the mountains.
That's what they had on their hot dog buns.
What?
Anne Frank's, not ballpark Franks.
Oh, Anne Frank's. They were kosher though.
They were kosher, Anne Frank's.
Anne Frank still holds the world record for the longest game of hide and go seek.
Yeah, I didn't see. You can't find me. When we do, we're gonna make you into a lamp. That's what they said to her. Hey, speaking of that, did you go down to the Holocaust thing at Union Station?
No.
We were gonna go, but then we were like, once
I
you
didn't
see,
even know they had gone.
Well, I
I've been
thought you
at
were
the
gonna-
Holocaust Museum.
I thought you were
in
gonna say,
Washington D.C.
what Holocaust? They're like searching people as they go in there. Like they're searching you. What are you gonna do? Smash a picture?
There's
You remember J.L. Forbes? He said, "I got Jewish blood in me. I got Jew blood.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
underneath.
not Jew blood in me. I got Jew blood
It's underneath my
in
thumb.
jars under my bed."
Yeah.
You notice my sunburn
Just on your left.
just on my face? Yeah, just right there.
Yeah, but now on your right side.
No,
either.
just
It's
right
on your
here.
left. So from driving.
The
I
sun,
guess?
no, the sun was right there, and I was sitting all day, and the sun was on one side of me the whole time.
Oh, it was it from.
And I was in the
driving?
shade. I was in the shade. That was just from the sun bouncing off the sidewalk. What? No. Snooze. I don't want that. It's going to tell me to update. I don't want to update. Oh, we're not done with this week in comedy history. Okay. July 3rd. July 3rd,
Oh,
1964.
Lisa.
Yeardley Smith was born, best known as the voice of Lisa Simpson on The Simpsons, which is kind of odd because everyone else is quitting the show because they're a different color.
They're not quitting their show. They're getting fired, or they're just not doing the
Well, I'm saying
non-race.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But because she's a yellow person, she can play Lisa. See how yellow she is? She's around that complexion, right?
You know what's hilarious though is like everybody else is on that show changes their voice
She
for a
doesn't.
character. Yeah, that's her real voice.
Yeah, well, oddly enough, you might not know, as a child, Smith was often teased and bullied because of her unusual voice.
Oh, really?
And now she's like,
It's a cute voice.
motherfuckers, I get paid, bitch. I get banged.
You know, she was also in Herman's Head.
Herman's Head, no.
Yeah,
I
you,
know it.
you.
I
Do
remember
you remember that show?
Yeah, yeah.
I should do that.
I remember Herman's Head.
Crap
It is.
recap.
It is your turn to do lyrics.
Lyrics.
Lyrics by Joe.
So we are going to
What is the name of this segment? Lyrics?
yeah. I guess. I don't know. Lyrics by Joe.
I'll look at lyrics.
I look at yeah. a look into lyrics. How about that?
Words.
Words by people.
Words by people who were singing and stuff.
So we're doing the song by Cyndi Lauper.
Have you ever heard of this person? Cyndi Lauper. Her new album is fucking tight.
Yeah, no,
Her new album kicked ass.
Dude.
You know what her new album was?
No.
It was a country album, and she redid "Heartache by the Numbers" by Ray Price from 1954.
Oh.
I love that song.
Ray Price, is that that black guy?
You ever play Fallout New Vegas?
No.
Then you don't know. No, Ray Price is not that dude.
Okay.
That's
Not NC Country.
who is that guy? Charlie Pride.
Okay. Yeah, because he was pride. He had pride for being the only black person who had balls to do country music.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Crunchy music.
Cyndi Lauper, who is probably best known for her stunt in professional wrestling.
Stint.
Yeah,
Stint?
stint. She's actually, people might not know this, she's actually the real life niece of Captain Lou Albano, and that's why he was in her video, Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
I remember in choir singing "Girls Just Want to Have Fun."
In choir?
Yeah, I was in choir.
Oh, in choir.
I was in choir,
Singing, yeah.
and "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" was one of the songs they had to sing.
Because it was like one of the popular songs at the time.
And I sang the solo.
The solo?
Because at the time, I can still sing high, but at the time I could sing just like Cyndi Lauper at the
yeah.
time. Yeah.
Which was pretty high.
Yeah. That song.
You know the song Girls Just Want to Have Lunch?
Girls just want to have lunch.
Lunch. Oh, okay. Anyway, so,
Come on, baby.
She Bop.
Light my farts. Remember that song?
No.
Come on, baby, light my farts.
It's romantic.
Romantic.
So, like we were talking earlier, She Bop means, joeing, jerking off, spanking a monkey.
Double fisting.
Double fisting.
Turning Japanese?
Turning, yes. Well, that turning Japanese isn't really masturbating.
Oh, that's
it's
the
process
that's the
after.
It's the conclusion.
Yeah, it's what Yin Yang twins would call.
Did you say? Stop.
What?
Did you say Yin Yang twins?
Yeah, the Yin Yang twins.
You mean the Wu-Tang Clan?
No, I mean the Yin Yang twins.
The Yin Yang twins.
They did that. I forget what they call it, but basically there's like a slang
Wu-Tang.
about that's.
Oh, I just realized. Hold
What?
on. You can see Senior Hefe sitting back there, all creepy like. Oh, I gotta close that.
Looks like he's
He's just
sheep bopping.
He's just relaxing back there. Just continue.
Okay, so
Don't mind the man
all right.
over the curtain.
So clearly this song is about masturbation, but what blew my mind after reading it was bebop. So there's like that chorus goes, I hope he will understand. She bop, he bop, we bop, I bop, you bop, they bop,
We all bop.
bebop, bebop, and loose she bop, oh she do, she bop. So is bebopping is
Don't know what bebop is.
you don't know what bebopping is?
No, I
You're
thought
so
bebop
white.
was a transformer.
No, close. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
A transformer
Bebop and Rocksteady.
is a transgender person in a wheelchair.
That actually might catch on. It's cool. No, beatbopping is, where you...
That's beatboxing.
No,
That's beatboxing.
It's
beatboxing.
No.
Yes. That's beatboxing.
Oh. What the fuck? Bebop is just... Okay, so bebop... Still, bebop is from, Bebop and Rocksteady. From Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, he was named after masturbation?
Probably. Yeah. And Kids Bop. So the next time you see them do a new Kids Bop album, and they're all singing songs that are inappropriate for the age, you'll know why.
Dude,
did you notice that
they've already done that? I have not heard the song yet, but they have done Wet Ass Pussy.
You ever seen that gay preacher? He did come on, church, worship and praise. Haven't you heard? It's okay to be gay. Come on out. It's okay to be gay.
Yeah, that's wrong.
And they banned it from YouTube.
Why?
Because it was a copyright infringement, even though all he was doing was changing the words to worship and praise and singing and dancing.
Wait, worship and praise is copyrighted?
No. Because it was too close to WAP. He did the WAP song and he renamed it Worship and Praise instead of Wet Ass Pussy.
I gotcha. What? Worship and Praise?
Yeah.
But was it in like the same tone of?
Yeah.
It
sounded like a gay guy who really low in the background had the song playing, but just the music part, and he was singing, and he made his own lyrics for the entire song.
But it was like a low budget video, and
it was on YouTube. It was just like TikTok.
Yeah, but I mean, they do parodies all the time on YouTube, and they don't get shut down because they have money.
Yeah, it was just some dude, or somebody goes, "I can't believe you did that video."
Maybe some conservative guy who's being a hypocrite and be like, freedom of speech, but I don't like this because it's a gay guy.
I think it's more like people who are like, oh my God, you're talking about church and praise and Jesus and all this stuff, and I'm so offended at Jesus. Because that's the way it normally is. People are so offended at Jesus.
People don't get offended at Jesus.
Yes,
it's really hard to get offended at something that doesn't exist.
No, but there are people that get offended at Jesus all the time. Like, you can't pray in school. You can't say, praise the Lord in school. Praise Jesus. No, you can't say that.
You can as long as you're a student. As long as you're a student.
No, they're kicking students out for that. But you could say, praise Allah, and break out your little mat and pray to...
They are not kicking out kids for that. You show me one story that they've actually kicked out a kid.
That kid, Ezekiel.
No, it's against the law for a teacher to tell kids to pray, but a kid can pray on his own. Or they can actually form a religious club. They have religious clubs all the time.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they'll go out to the flagpole.
I was in a religious club in school.
Yeah.
Chess club and a computer club.
And really a religious club, or was it like the?
No, we just love chess religiously.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Was it the volcano
and computer
worshippers?
Club. Computer club. We were like, yeah, computer club.
What kind of? Anyway, how was the computer club back in your day? I mean, when the
you had a TRS-80.
Big, huge...
You had a TRS-80, and on the TRS-80 you could put in a floppy disk that was that big, and you put it in there, and then you played your game.
Huh. Did you guys have porn on a computer back then, where it was like,
no.
1 1 0 0 0 1 1 0 0 0?
That right there was binary. What if if you took 010101 like that,
Yeah.
and you spelled out orgasm or cum or semen, but in binary.
Then binary.
Yeah. Dude, that's funny shit. I'm stealing that. Is that your joke?
I've just come up with
Just
it.
wow, you come up with shit. Sometimes you're funny and you don't even know it.
Sometimes. Thanks.
Okay, what are you doing in your
Thanks for that backhanded compliment.
You're doing she-bop.
She-bop, yeah, so basically she-bopping is masturbating. But, so, well, I see him every night in tight blue jeans in the pages of a Blue Boy magazine. So I read that earlier. What the fuck is Blue Boy magazine? Is it like Playgirl?
Maybe, but did you notice that part right there is a lot like Turning Japanese?
Yeah, seeing picture
Yeah.
somebody. And this was after Turning Japanese. So,
Thief.
yes.
Fucking hack.
Just like Billie Eilish.
Yeah. You know, it's a nice day for a white wedding.
What?
You said Billie Eilish.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Billie Idol. No, Billie Eilish.
No idea.
You don't know Billie Eilish?
I know this. I know this. When Stevie T makes fun of Billie Eilish, it's hilarious. Did you ever see her stick her
Who?
guitar in her mouth?
Who?
Stevie T. He's a YouTube guitar guy.
Oh.
And he has a video of Billie Eilish with her mouth on top of her guitar pegs. Like that.
Please tell me it was like a recent picture.
And no, it's a video. And then she pulls it off.
Yeah, but
She pulls it off of her mouth. Like that.
like she's sucking cock.
She's sucking the head of the guitar, how big a guitar head is. And she got the whole thing in her mouth. And then she pulled it out. And it's like slobber on it and stuff. You should look that up.
You know she's 19 now, but when she got famous she was 17, so like that's I'm just saying, hopefully it's a
See,
near thing, but she's still not cute.
Christina Ricci used to be hot.
Yeah, and then she lost a
And
bunch
then
of weight.
And then she turned 18. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, family values. That was her pride, baby. Or,
Well, now she's an adult, and
Addams
she's like,
Family.
she talks about how she's an alien. She has alien DNA in her.
she's fucking weird.
Yeah.
But
Could you imagine
I'm sure
slapping her in the forehead with your cock?
her big ass forehead. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. She could make any cock look small with her
No,
big ass
I
forehead.
do remember she was in a movie called Prick. She actually looked pretty good in that, but she was a little bit
Pumpkinhead.
chubby, and then she grew up
Not pumpkin.
skinny, and then gained some weight
She
and
was
lost
in-
a bunch of weight and looked like a.
She was in the
crackhead.
movie Pumpkin, but I keep thinking Pumpkinhead because of her head.
She was actually in a movie called Pumpkin.
Pumpkin was a retarded kid, and she was in love with him.
I don't remember that one. I remember she was a movie where she had a
She was in love with a retarded
she
kid.
looked like a pig, like a
Yes.
real pig.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
You should look up Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Okay, you're still on your
Right.
lyrics?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the funniest line I read was, "They say I better stop or I'll go blind." Which- You know, it's fucking bullshit. But I didn't have to wear glasses till after puberty. I'm just saying.
Pinocchio? When they were like bad little boys turned into donkeys?
Yeah.
In the book, it was them masturbating and turning into donkeys.
Oh, for masturbating?
Yeah.
Oh, is it written by Kellogg? Dr. Kellogg?
I don't know.
You know, Dr. Kellogg was like all against masturbation.
Oh, yeah, Dr. He made the cereal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cereal was supposed to
Which is
stop
gonna-
kids from masturbating.
Which is going to tie in later with a little bit of what we got going on.
Oh, really?
Conjecture and fact
Cool.
a little bit.
Oh, okay. Conspiracy theory about Wheaties.
Because he was a teist. Totalist. Tetalist. Tetalist. Totalist? Tetalist.
Titulist?
Tetalist.
I don't know. how the
Totalist?
fuck that is.
Tetalist?
Can't wait till you explain it.
Tetalist.
Titulist. Alright, so, okay. Done with that.
You're done with that?
Yep. It's made fun.
Now it's time for the Outpost Survival Tip of the Week. You know what I forgot?
To bring it.
No, I've got it. I just
Okay.
forgot to change this. We're going to go 5, and we're going to take 5 off of it. Boom. Okay, so 5 is off. I'm not going to highlight it from now on. There. Okay. Yeah, they're talking about how it's... Today's Outpost Survival Tip of the Week is number 6, Compass. Compass. Out of the 10 Seasons of Survival, developed by Dave Canterbury. We did cutting tools, combustion, cordage, container. Cargo was last week, which was duct tape. And now we're doing compass. Compass. Okay. So a lot of you are familiar with compassi. Compass. Is it compassi? Or compasses?
Compasses.
Compasses? That is a compass on the end of a survival flashlight. Okay, it's good to have a compass. It's good to know where you're going. If you can't see the sun, this is another compass.
Yeah. Or if you don't have your phone.
Well, yeah, if you don't have your phone, but you should always have a compass on you because if you know how
Because
to
a
read,
phone can.
if you know how to
die
read a
for
compass,
one.
in my bug out bag, which I couldn't find the compass, I lost it. It fell out of my bug out bag in my trunk, so I got to find it again. But I can navigate without a compass, but some people can't. But if you have a compass, an actual compass, it has numbers on it and it has directional things. It has a little dial that you can turn.
Yeah.
So let's say you wanted to go 2 degrees north for however long. You could actually go turn it to 2 degrees north and walk the direction 2 degrees north. And then that way you're always walking correctly. If, let's say, you're trying to navigate to a location and somebody gives you, 2 degrees north, 3 degrees west, and you could actually do it on a compass. You know what I mean? But in a survival situation, you're not going to be looking for stuff like that unless you're looking for like a cache of stuff that you've hid throughout the country in PVC pipes buried under the ground, and you know the GPS coordinates of it. But if you don't have a GPS and GPS is down, you can use a map to find the coordinates with a compass. Anyway, so a compass is really important. If you can't see the sky and you need to navigate and you can't see the stars, a compass is a good way to navigate. Some people, they think, well, let's navigate by using moss on trees. You ever heard of that?
Moss on trees.
Moss on trees.
I know what moss on trees are, but
The myth,
like
not moths, moss.
Yes, I said moss.
Okay.
Moss.
The theory is moss only grows on the north side of a tree. But that's not true. It's a myth. Moss does not only grow on the north side of a tree.
How would that even become a
That became a
myth?
thing because generally moss grows in the darkest part of a tree.
Okay,
and the
which is
sun-
normally
the north side, because the sun will hit the east and west side because the direction.
Right.
And because we're in the northern hemisphere, the sun would be on the south side. So the dark side of the tree is normally the north side of the tree. However,
That makes sense.
there are a lot of situations where there's moss all the way around the tree because
Yeah.
there's no light
I've
on the
seen
sides.
a lot of trees where
Yeah, like on my property, there's moss on the ground, all around the trees, everywhere. There's moss everywhere. Like if you wanted to wash your hands or filter water, there's enough moss on my property. You could do it forever, bro. You know what I'm saying? Moss. So the Outpost Survival Tip of the Week this week is a compass. Compass. Yeah.
Bill Cosby is on loose.
Hey, that was from earlier.
Is that why you started talking about Bill Cosby?
Yeah, actually, it was. Yeah, it is. See, every time it comes up with this FPS too low right here, FPS too low,
Yeah.
it's because this internet thing right here, see how it dropped to 7 and then it goes back up? That's the internet dropping. That's not us. Because our CPU is going correctly. That's the internet. That's the internet doing that. And that's a brand new computer with a brand new Wi-Fi. So There's no reason why it needs to be dropping like that.
Think it could be those people?
It could be. But they said that this has got Google Fiber. If it's got Google Fiber, then there shouldn't be any dropouts. So it's got to be Facebook.
Yeah. But even when you have like a shitload of people like right
Yeah.
around here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be. Because it's Google Fiber.
Yeah.
Should be really fast all
I
the
have
time.
Google Fiber too, and it's not like it's.
Well, I mean, but it's not
perfect.
it's not shutting off every 2 seconds, is it?
No, but it's also the most people at my house are like 10, not 100. I'm just saying, you know, you got 100 people on their phone right now, probably using, you know,
Well, if they knew the
same
password,
internet.
they have to know
Well-
the password. And everybody that works here knows the password, and everybody that has an office here knows the
Knows the
password.
passwords. Yeah, and then they probably told everybody in town, so probably everybody in town knows the password, so they're like, hey, we're going to be across the street, let's use the password, because why not?
Yeah. You need to
Let's get
download some
Wi-Fi.
songs? You can use the password.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so
exactly.
that was the Outpost Survival Tip of the Week. Next week, we're going to do...
What's it, candle?
Cover.
Cover.
Cover. Ooh, cover's going to be good. I like that one. Cover's going to be good. Going to be a good episode next week. Next week's going to be a good episode. Yeah. So what are we doing now is trivia. So last week's trivia question was Taylor Swift grew up on a farm. What kind of farm did Taylor Swift grow up on?
I think if I remember correctly, I think I've heard it before. Dude Ranch?
Nope.
Is it a Dude Ranch?
Nope.
No? Okay.
No. You ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Taylor Swift was raised on a Christmas tree farm.
Oh, that's fucking weird.
If you would call that a farm. Christmas
So
tree farm.
they grew Christmas trees.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude.
That's probably good money.
On our property, we have enough land where we could grow Christmas trees if we
Yeah.
wanted to.
And then sell them.
Yeah, and on our property, we have some really, really nice trees that are like Christmas trees.
Yeah.
And we just decorate them. So every year we just go outside and throw the lights on the tree outside so we don't have to cut it down. And we've got a tree every year. Just don't put gifts under it. And then during Halloween, we have a Halloween tree. A black Halloween tree.
Huh? Sweet.
You put gifts under that too.
Yeah.
From Sam Hain.
Yeah, like, do you have a Valentine's Day
No,
tree where it's
no.
like white?
No.
and spew?
No, because Valentine's Day is made up. It's not like Christmas and Halloween. Christmas and Halloween are not made up. Those have been around forever.
Yeah, celebrated by pagans.
That's what I'm saying.
And then the stupid unoriginal Christians stole it from pagans.
Well, yeah. But atheists stole the I don't believe in God from the Romans.
What? Romans believed in gods.
Yeah, but they didn't believe in the Jesus God.
No, they didn't, because back then there were Jews. Only Jews believed in Yahweh, which is God. And Jews were dirty Middle Easterns.
Yeah. Okay then.
They've
All
been
right.
treated like they're being
this week,
treated now. No one really cares.
don't answer the question, because I know you know
Okay.
the answer to this next one. Okay.
No.
This is a trivia question. Put it in the comments. You can even send us a email if you want to.
Or fan mail.
Fan mail. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Today's trivia question is: what did the first vending machine dispense? The first vending machine. What did it dispense? Okay. So you leave a comment. What did the first vending machine dispense?
Why do you think I would know that? I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Well, and just a hint, it's not used underwear. That's a recent thing. So, yeah.
It's probably something like really, really weird. Like,
Probably something really weird. Oh, hey, you get to do the crap recap.
oh, ready for crap recap?
Crap recap.
Okay, so
I'm even gonna give you some texties for that.
Taxis? Okay. So, this week I am doing a classic called Step by Step. You remember that show?
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, it was basically a Brady Bunch of the 90s. So, you know, it was before they rebooted everything.
Yeah.
They just stole, you know, plots from stuff.
Yeah.
So, anyways, watched episode 420. So, season 4, episode 20.
Look at that.
420.
Crappy recap.
Crap recap.
You like that?
Yeah.
I did that for you.
So this was a very special episode, which, I don't see any show doing a story like this right now, like the way they did it. So basically, so the mom is knocked up, by the way. Like, I don't even remember her being knocked up, but she was knocked up in season 4, you know. So, because they zoom in on them in the bedroom, and she has a big old belly. And then the nephew comes in, and he's sleepwalking and stuff. But anyways, that's
how she got knocked up.
Maybe. But anyways, that's not the main storyline of that episode. It's a very special episode where
you're a very special episode, Joe.
TJ and the stepsister, I think they're steps. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, so the girl is like super smart, and then the boy's like a dumbass jock, bro. And so at first I thought they were in high school, which made it even creepier when so they were in class and the teacher was like, I graded your papers and they all sucked except for one. There was one A+. And the girl's like, ooh, I wonder whose that is. Huck, it's me, because I'm super smart. And the guy's like, whatever, it could be me. You don't know. And then they start leaving, and she's like, hey, TJ, here's your paperback. You got an A+. And I'm like, okay. So then they show, he goes to the sister, and he's like, guess you got the A+, not you. And I was thinking, I guess this is a family show, but there could have been plenty of jokes in there, like, you know, like A+, like your tit size, you know.
Yeah. I got an A+ because I banged the teacher.
Maybe. No, see, that's coming up. So, apparently, he got the A+ because the teacher wanted to bang him. The sister happened to walk in while she's talking, that teacher's talking on a phone, and she's like, yeah, I'm interested in this new guy named TJ. He's so cute, he has a nice butt. Yeah, so she's like, wow, she wants to bang him. And, like, normally you would think that the reaction would be like, ooh. But people were laughing. Like, people were laughing at the fact that this older lady wanted to fuck a teenager. But then they started talking, calling her professor. So I guess they're in college. But it doesn't really make sense why a dumbass and a really smart girl would be in the same class in college. That makes no sense.
Well, I started college when I was 16.
Yeah, but were you going... So you were with smart people, right?
No, I was in a college classes with adults.
Like just regular college classes?
With adults,
like
yeah.
Community college?
No.
Like a regular college?
Regular college.
I'm just saying, like, in real life, TJ would be in like, community college, while she's in Princeton or whatever.
I get what you're saying because
Yeah.
he's an idiot.
Yeah.
And she's a savant. So
Yes.
because she had such a high intellect, she would have been at a better school than him.
Right. They wouldn't be going to the same school.
No, but maybe he had white privilege.
Maybe. Or maybe he was banging all of the teachers.
Yeah.
Which apparently is okay.
And
People
the
laugh
dean.
at it.
And the dean.
The dean, yes.
Yes.
So, so the whole reaction of the whole episode was just like reaction. There was no real serious moment. So he goes to her house to help her with some research. And, the lights are dim. And she basically straight up says, I want to do you. And he's like, okay, well, let's get to know each other. And she's like, no, let's just do it. And he's like, I don't feel comfortable. And he tries to leave. And then she's like, you're already here. You're okay. Let me show you. And then hugs him and starts kissing him and stuff. And
So he
like,
said no, and she's raping him.
yeah, I know. Like, bitch, no means no. No does not mean work on a tits a little bit and come back 5 minutes later. No means no.
No is different for guys.
Apparently, like, a guy can get raped and it's okay. So this older lady is basically raping her, or raping him, and he's a virgin. They mentioned he's a virgin. So he's, like a first ready to lose his virginity and all with this older lady. Like, so if they refer to sex, there's no way that episode would fly.
Yeah.
Especially these days. People are like, what the hell? Why is this older creepy guy fucking this, or trying to fuck this girl, and everybody's laughing?
Yeah.
Like, they have the laugh track on.
That shouldn't be a thing.
No. But, yeah, and then there was sort of that sub-story of, the dad is trying to be all macho and stuff, and trying to, like, build a barbecue, and he doesn't need instructions, and of course he fucks it up, and it blows at the end, and he's a dumbass because he doesn't know how to look at directions. And then they go back to the nephew. He was sleepwalking because he remembered a time when he was 5, when his mom gave birth to his sister in the back of the car, which is disturbing. But yeah, no, that's it.
Dude, that's your whole thing? So that was the crap recap.
Yes. So
I'm gonna do a thing.
Step by step.
I'm gonna do a breakdown. Okay, this is Jay's bit that I'm stealing from him because
Yes.
I like
I guess
it.
he's not here.
I'm doing a breakdown on Tu Wong Fu.
Thanks for everything.
Thanks for everything. Yeah, Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything.
I've never seen that movie. So.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen it multiple times.
Really?
It was on TV the other day.
Do you sheep off all the time?
Patrick Swayze.
But Wesley Snipes. Oh, I live with black guys and dresses.
But that's Paul Anselmo guy.
Yes. Like a summer.
I said the guy from Pantera.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah. And Down and that guy.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So the movie basically is
Fireworks.
Patrick Swayze, Wesley Snipes, and that other guy, the guy that played the sloth in Ice Age.
Yeah, and Clown.
What's his name?
And Spawn. Leguizamo. Is it Johnny? Johnny Leguizamo?
John Leguizamo.
John. Just John?
Yeah, just John Leguizamo.
Leguizamo.
So they're drag queens.
Okay.
And Robin Williams is in the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Robin
I
Williams.
seriously didn't know that.
I think he was either running an event or something.
But he's not a drag king?
No, he's a regular guy.
Okay.
But he's like totally loving on all these dudes who are dressed like.
Does he think that they're real chicks, or he
No.
knows that they're...
He knows they're drag queens. So I guess the movie starts off with the drag queen party catwalk thing.
Oh.
Or the fashion show, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they get into some issues, and they run across the country being chased by a sheriff. And the sheriff is like the total classic homophobe, that ain't right, and it's against nature or whatever.
Yeah.
They end up in a small town, and they're pretending to be, well, not pretending to be, they're because they're dressed in drag, they're letting everybody believe they're actual females.
Okay.
And this little kid, this teenage girl is in love with this teenage boy in the town. The teenage boy in the town who is a famous actor now. Can't even remember his name. Anyway, the teenage boy was in love with the John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
His character, dressed as a female.
I do have to say, I remember seeing the trailers, and he actually is a pretty good-looking woman. Anyways, go on.
So they're doing their thing, and the little kid wants to get with Leguizamo.
Yeah.
So what's it called? to
Wong Fu.
Wong Fu.
Thanks for everything.
Thanks. Well, yeah, they'll bring it up.
No.
It should be coming up.
I think Wong. Like wrong, but not
Right.
they are.
To Wong Fu.
Yeah, two.
RuPaul dresses up as a drag, or in a what do you call that? It's a Confederate flag dress. So here, I'll pull this up so people can see that. Come on, man. So there they are. That's the thing right there.
So why didn't you special sheriff?
Because they did something and they didn't like.
You really like the crime.
They did something. I can't remember what it was, but they did commit a crime of some type. I don't know what it was though. But they apparently committed some type of crime. I can't remember what type of the crime was, but yeah, it was some crime. My favorite part of the movie though was when the Leguizamo guy.
Not that looking chick. I'm just having to say.
This is the sheriff guy. He's chasing him.
Oh, it's Chris Penn.
Anyway, so my favorite part of the movie was when this Leguizamo dude, Don Leguizamo guy, they're like, oh, I hope that I'm going to be, and they're like talking about the future, and he's like, oh, I'm going to find a foundation that more closely resembles my skin tone, because in the movie, it's an ongoing joke that his makeup doesn't match his skin tone. See it?
Because it's like super white, and he's not.
It looked more brownish than that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna come to the other pictures. Anyway, so that's basically the movie, and the town sticks up for the town sticks up for the
Right.
drag queens. See, RuPaul wearing a Confederate flag dress.
Huh.
Is that racist?
It's weird.
You think it's weird?
Like, not like Tom. But
Say Robin Williams, doesn't it?
you can bring this up 1 week, but looking at him made me remember Dave Chappelle saying that conspiracy that
Dave Chappelle's hilarious, bro.
yeah.
He did the blind KKK
Yes.
guy.
Yeah, and he forced that.
He
He just forced his wife because she married a black guy.
You were gonna say something else.
No, I didn't say that word. So, anyways, he was talking about how
You don't say vinegar?
exactly. So he said that the Illuminati runs Hollywood, of course. Everybody knows the old news. But he said that for black actors to like push the career over the top level, they have to wear drag.
At one point or another in their career.
Yes, at the beginning of their career, or sort of beginning of career. I know Wesley Snipes was, famous back then, but still. And it's mostly comedic actors, but he did, name all of these people, and it's like, oh my god, they did all dress in drag, like Jamie Foxx.
We saw a movie where there was a dude who was a guy actor playing a female in this movie.
Yeah.
It was a really stupid, corny B movie, brand new, really shitty movie, right?
Right.
And that's the only movie he played a female in. Like all the other movies, he was a male. In this one movie, he's a female.
Is he transgender? I don't get it. What are you talking about? How did he play
The
women?
character
The character
in the movie
is a real woman?
is a female.
Yes.
And, the things that the female character is saying is stuff like, I remember when I had my first child. It sounded like a guy, looked like a guy who just shaved.
Yeah.
And sounded like a dude. And all the things he was saying and the way the other characters reacted to the things he was saying were like, that's a dude.
But it's this dude. I'm confused.
The character is a female character.
Like a real, not transgender.
The character in the show is a female character. The actor is a guy.
But
he's
is the
not
actor
transgender.
transgender? No, he was
He's just playing a female.
They just couldn't find an actress to play.
I don't know. I don't know what the whole point is.
I try to be woke. You know me, Jeff. I try to be woke and all. But I just don't understand. I watch shows where there's transgenders playing just regular women. Like if it's a transgender woman, she's playing a regular woman. And it distracts me. Like perfect example, You. Have you watched You?
No.
You've never seen You. Okay, pretty good show. First season's better. So, but she's in the first season. So, at first I was, I didn't think anything about it, but then, hearing her talk more, it's like, she sounds like a dude. And then I noticed her Adam's apple. She was a freaking dude. And I Googled it to make sure, she has a dick, right? She's transgender, which is fine. But she's playing a non-transgender, and I'm just waiting.
So you're saying that transgenders should only play transgender characters?
Yes. I'm waiting the
Does that
entire
mean
time for the boyfriend.
Gay people, homosexuals can only play gay people. And
That's different.
and lesbians can only play lesbians.
That's different, but when you're seeing that fucking Adam's apple, and you know, she has a deeper voice than mine, which is hard, I know. But
Have you seen-
I'm just waiting for her to whip her dick out, or at least for the boyfriend to be like, by the way, I tried to have sex with my girlfriend. Do you realize she has a dick? Nothing like that. It's like, it's very distracting.
Have you seen What We Do in the Shadows?
The movie?
The show, the TV show.
Yeah,
Like, we got the whole-
you have the first
We got the whole
season.
box set. Well, there's a character in it that's played by Haley Joel Osment.
Okay.
And when that character was first introduced, I was like, oh, look, it's Chaz Bono.
He kind of does look like Chaz Bono.
I couldn't tell the difference.
Badass dude.
Chaz Bono.
Dude, he was so cute as a kid. What the fuck happened? Oh my god.
Well, speaking of that, this show's been brought to you, or this episode has been brought to you by the Carlos.
Speaking of transgenders, that's how you're trying to say?
No.
That's a kid.
The Carlos, chunky salsa, and then the chunky salsa would be male, right?
Okay.
The regular salsa would be female because it's not chunky,
Right.
and then a taco sauce would be Latino descent, and then Mexican marinara would be like puppets, because
Wait.
puppets are made of
I haven't
marinara.
seen that before, so it's
Puppets are made of marinara.
Mexican. Is it Mexican marinara just salsa?
It's gourmet Mexican marinara.
Okay.
All
so
I
do
know
you
is-
put it on spaghetti?
I don't know. The Carlos, awesome food, awesome stuff. The Carlos.
I should probably. I'll check that out. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, you should. You know,
Marinara.
you should go check that out. Why is my shit not on there?
Where's the soda, by the way?
Oh my gosh!
So is the soda price ever?
Did you see what I did?
No.
I think I moved the camera.
I think I. Yeah, because your microphone wasn't showing, was it? You look like you're frozen. Okay, now you don't. But
No, I'm saying that the logos are gone. All of the logos are gone. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
That logo that was right there, and the logo that was right there, and the logo that was in the middle. Why are all the logos gone? That's weird, bro. Are they on here? They're on there. They're not on there. What'd you do, bro? Breaking my shit, bro. Because I'm like, yeah, they're Carlos, and all of a sudden those things disappeared. That's us. That was us. I'm like totally tripped out right now, bro. Where'd my logos go? Weird. Whatever. Image. Well, there it is. Ugh. I'll just put it back. Where was this? On this side? Was it on the bottom?
No,
Or was it on the top? I think it was on the top.
I was paying attention.
Shut the fuck up. And then this one was this one. No, it wasn't that one. Where is it? What did I do? This one. That's not the right one. Come on, homeboy. You're messing up my show, man. You're messing up my show, man. You're messing up my show, bro. Why is my shit missing? What the hell? Why is my shit missing, bro? I don't care. You're messing up my whole show, Joe. Why do you be like that, man? There. Close enough. Ugh. Man, that pisses me off. Why did it disappear, though? That's what I don't understand. Why did it disappear?
I have no idea. I didn't even know they were there until you said something. I mean,
And why is the camera moved? Look,
I don't know.
you're way over in the side. Why are you way over
And
there?
where's the puppet?
And where's the frame? This. Oh!
It was just one button you had to hit.
Stop, dude. Stop.
What?
I'm laughing at myself because I clicked it to turn it off and I didn't mean to, and I couldn't find it and I couldn't figure it out.
Well, why did he click it up? Click.
Because of the Carlos.
Oh, okay.
And see, the
Because
Carlos this,
The Carlos should pop up.
and I accidentally went like that instead of moving to Carlos.
Gotcha.
There you go. And we're getting this FPS thing all day long, but that's okay because on YouTube it's gonna look perfect and it's gonna sound perfect. Okay, so what's next? What's next?
Let's talk about fact.
Christian music.
Oh,
You want to do the conjecture fact first?
yeah. I want to.
You're curious about that?
Yeah, and we have 30 minutes. So.
No. Do we?
Yes.
Look, it says an hour. Yeah, 30 minutes. An hour and 14 minutes. In.
Yeah. So I definitely want to hear what you have to say.
about that.
Yeah. I forgot what you said, but I do remember I was interested.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about anyway. Okay. Today's conjecture fact. We're going to talk about a little known thing that went on in history. There was this virus, this illness that was going around, and people were like, "Hey, you need to wear a mask." And there was this one dude going, "No, you don't need to wear a mask. I can prove you don't need to wear a mask." And so everybody like tried to destroy his life. So they're like, "Okay, so we're going to go after you." The politicians went after him because he was screwing up politics. He was screwing up, for them.
Yeah.
So the politicians came after him, and then the other doctors said, "Well, this is settled science. You're an idiot. You're supposed to wear a mask." And he's like, "No, that's wrong. You're wrong." So then they came after him and tried to take away his ability to be a doctor. And then people attacked him for his religion because they said, "Well, obviously you're saying the things you're saying because you're weird. You've got a weird belief system. Because you're religion." So they started attacking him for that. So this dude was like, "You don't need to wear a mask," and everybody was like, "You do need to wear a mask," because they believed in a thing called I can't even remember what it's called.
Science?
No, it's called. Now I gotta look on here.
Facts.
Miasma. So they believe in
You're
the miasma theory. Miasma theory is that you're getting sick from bad air or foul air or something in the air is making you sick.
Okay.
And he was like, "No, these people aren't getting sick because of something in the air." Well, miasma theory, back in Roman times, they believed in the miasma theory. So in the Roman times, they were like, "Oh, there's foul air." So you have to wear a face covering around dead bodies. You have to wear a face covering around certain things because the bad air.
Yeah.
Right? You were going off camera a little bit.
Kind of makes sense because, there are fumes that come from the bodies.
Well, no, they said that people getting sick and dying was because of bad air too.
Okay.
And then you fast forward in history to the Black Plague.
Yeah.
During the Black Plague, people thought that the Black Plague was being spread by foul air in
Right.
slums and stuff like that.
And the doctors would wear
Those
masks.
weird ass masks,
Yes.
right? And they believed that it was, and the reason they got sick, but even though they were wearing the mask, is because
They were touching shit.
they thought it was because somehow when they had the mask off, they came in contact with this foul air.
Okay.
So you fast forward a little bit further till more recent times. People were like, "Oh, you got to wear a mask because it's the air," and other people are like, "No, it's not the air. It's not how it's spread."
Right.
So the incident we're talking about was with Dr. John Snow. Dr. John Snow was around in the 1800s. He lived from 1813. Here, let's switch to the other side so we can read it better. He was born in 1813. He died in 1858. Okay. He helped develop anesthesia way before anesthesia. He helped develop medical hygiene. He helped develop epidemiology. Okay. So this guy was a well-known doctor, right?
Yeah.
When he was young, he watched cholera in his town take over the town, and he started studying medicine because of that. Okay. In his personal life, he was let's see where it is in here. Where's the personal life? Come on, take that off there.
What was he in his personal life? Was he trying to get a crown?
Personal life. He was a teetotaler. So a teetotaler, basically a person who was they abstained from alcohol, they abstained from coffee and tea and things of that nature. Okay. And he embraced being a vegetarian at the time. Okay.
Yeah.
Then he became a vegan. At the time this incident went down, he was a vegetarian who only drank juices and distilled water. He didn't drink any wine, just distilled water and his other stuff. He started supplementing his diet with eggs at one point in time.
That's not vegan.
Well, no. So he had vegetables, dairy products, and eggs at a time, and then he switched to totally vegan. And then later on in his life, at the end of his life, near the time he died, he got really sick from being a vegan and a vegetarian his whole life because it's bad for your body, and started eating meat and drinking wine to help fix his messed up system. Anyway, so this dude back in the day, there was a cholera outbreak in England. Okay, so cholera, they had an outbreak in England, and what he was doing is everyone else believed in the miasma theory, creeping death, miasma theory.
Okay.
So he didn't believe in miasma theory. He believed everyone thought that cholera and bubonic plague was caused by polluted air, noxious air, bad air, foul air, air coming from certain other things. And this is right around the time germ theory was just being created, right? It wasn't developed fully. People were just getting into understanding it. Well, this dude, he was like, let's study it to find out where this was coming from, right? And he mapped all the cholera outbreaks. And he found out that most of the people who were getting cholera on the south side of the Thames River in England, in London, the Thames River.
Yeah.
And less people were getting cholera on the north side of the Thames River. He's like, well, there's got to be a reason. So he started investigating to find out why. And he just started asking questions. He started out just asking questions, and he narrowed down what made all this similar, right? And then he got to the point where he was asking people, well, okay, what did you eat? What did you drink? You know, where did you go to the bathroom? Where did you go pee and poop and all that stuff? Come to find out that almost all of the people that got sick on the south side were drinking water that was supplied by the Broad Street pump. The Broad Street pump. Okay. So he went and he took this water sample and did chemical and microscopic view of the pump. Right. Found out that it was infected water, and he found out that the water that came into that pump was coming from downriver. On the north side, all the water that they were getting from their pumps was coming from the north side of the river.
Yeah.
So the people in the north, or the upriver, they were getting clean water from upriver, and then all the sewage was going into the river, and the other people were getting their water from downriver, where the sewage was mixing in with it. So he's like telling everybody, "Hey, bro,
You're drinking shit.
you're drinking contaminated water. What you need to do is you need to boil your water, distill your water." And they're like, you're crazy, whatever, and they were freaking out because they were like, "This is part of your religion." And they're like, "No, you don't need to boil your water." And he's like, "No, you need to boil your water." And they were dismissing him because they thought he was an idiot. So they went through a campaign trying to destroy this guy's life because he thought something different than what the mainstream scientific community believed.
Yeah.
He's an idiot, and everybody else is right. So come to find out, the water pump was what was going on, but they basically dismissed everything that he said. The water pump was shut down, cleaned out. They started pumping water from upriver, and the cholera outbreak stopped. But all the political people and all the scientists were like, "Oh, he just ran its course," and they refused to believe that it was him that made the difference.
Yeah.
They didn't want to admit it was him. So for political reasons and scientific reasons, they wouldn't even regard what he was saying. So it took years for them to figure out what was going on. See, political controversy. After the epidemic had subsided, government officials replaced the Broad Street pump handle, and they had responded only to the urgent threat posed to the population, and afterward rejected Snow's theory. To accept his proposal would have meant indirectly accepting the fecal-oral route of disease transmission, which was too unpleasant for most of the public to contemplate. So they rejected that whole
People didn't want to think that they're drinking
shit water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where did they think this shit went?
I don't know.
Like, people, how do you have known that the shit was mixing with their water?
Do you know who knew about this 2,000 years before this guy?
Jesus.
Who knew about? Well, this was 1800, so it wasn't really 2,000 years. But no, who knew about this 2,000 years before this? Do you know?
2,000 years.
Maybe even further back than that.
Aristotle.
But 2,000 years prior to
Are you
that.
talking about a person or
A group of people?
The Jews, because they put it in the Bible.
No, there was
The Mayans.
the Aztecs and the Mayans. The Aztecs and the Mayans knew about this kind of thing, and they
were fucking super smart.
Yeah.
But
Spaniards came and they were watching these people. And they were like, "Why are you washing your hands? Why do you have irrigation?" And they had aqueducts, irrigation, clean water, and then they had sewage water, and they had public bathrooms. And then the public bathroom stuff was used for crops and stuff like that. You know, they took the poop and used it for crops and fertilizer. Yeah, but the aqueduct, when they ever got dirty, they would shut it down, clean it out real good, and then turn it back on. So they were like super clean. And Spaniards were like, "What are they doing? The crazy people." They were to the point that they washed as like almost like a worship thing, worshiping their gods. And when the men would go off to war to fight, to hunt, the women wouldn't bathe or wash their faces until the men came home.
Why?
To abstain from that, as to honor their husbands. They also developed
to not look sexy and stuff.
Well, probably, I don't know. They also developed some sort of makeup. Certain women would wear a certain makeup to let men know that they were available for rent, for hire. They also were the first to develop brooms, and they would sweep their houses. Women, they considered it to be an honor to their husband and their household to sweep the house and keep it clean. And then the priests in the temple would do the same thing in the temple. They would sweep, like almost religiously. Anyway, so back to this guy.
Yeah. Okay.
So Jon Snow at that time was regarded and basically an idiot, and they wouldn't admit any of the stuff that he was saying. And not until way later, by the way, he never got married.
So when I just have to ask, when did Jon Snow get on the throne?
Different Jon Snow.
Okay.
Yeah. But so let's see. He from 1852 to 1858, he lived at the same address in London, and he died in 1858. So that's what was up. That's what happened. What do you think of that? Any thoughts on this whole miasma theory? So the cholera outbreak was 1849 to 1855 is when the cholera outbreak was happening.
Wait, so it happened in Soho?
Yeah, Soho.
What's up?
So the London epidemic of 1854. So for 4 years after that, they treated this guy like shit until he died. call him like an old kook and you're stupid and you're idiotic. What do you think of that?
Were they actually wearing masks?
Yes, people were wearing masks and stuff.
Okay.
People were saying it's foul air, and they believed it from the bad smelling people in the ghetto. So if a person on the north side went to the south side, they would wear masks going through the ghetto, and they were afraid they were going to get sick from being in the ghetto. And people on the north side who got sick, everybody thought they were just going and convorting with poor people. They thought it was from the poor.
But they were going to the south and drinking the water and then drinking the shit.
Yep. Shit water.
Well, first off, I think it's freaking crazy. It brings up that conspiracy we were talking about like how people back in ancient times were super smart and knew what they were doing, and then got dumb.
Yeah.
So, is it a coincidence that happened like after Christianity took over? I don't know.
Well, no,
that's besides the point.
The same thought process was the Romans had the same thought process.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The Romans had aquanauts.
No, but they had the same thought process about
the air.
Yeah,
they were trained like a Mayan, so
but they believed in the miasma theory.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're not very highly educated in science, it makes sense that you get sick from air because
if you're not educated in science, if somebody told you you need to wear a mask because it'll protect you and others, and you need to get vaccinated.
But not from air. That's different.
But
that's not from air.
If you get vaccinated, it'll help you and others. And then a logical person will sit back and go, okay, how? And they can't explain it. They just attack and say you're a science denier because you want them to explain it in detail so that everyone can understand it, and they can't. Okay. They can't explain it in detail.
Can you explain to me how the vaccine for polio works?
Well, the vaccine for polio is a little bit different. It was actually developed by the slave ladies' cancer cells. And they took the slave ladies' cancer cells and they injected polio into the slave ladies' cancer cells to inject polio into people to make their immune system then attack the polio.
Right.
So that's how that works. But it's different because there's two vaccines that are going on right now. One's an RNA, one's an DNA one. So they're two completely different ones. But if you were told back then, during this guy's time, if you were told, wear a mask and you won't get sick, but drink this shit water, you would do it. Because that's what science was telling you, because you didn't know better. And those other people were sitting back going, I think maybe because I've seen people wearing those masks getting sick still. Why would I wear a mask? My point is that there are plenty of people who are completely wrong about the masks and the vaccines. And if they're correct, they can't explain how they're correct. It's a political thing. It becomes a belief system, a religion. You know what I mean? Like you were talking about Christians are so fanatical. It's a religion thing. I actually listened to people tell people they need to get vaccinated to help other people, and they won't have to wear a mask anymore. And that same person would then say, you still have to wear a mask. Because it's a religion. It's not based on fact.
It's because the vaccine is 100%. You can have a vaccine and still get sick. That's why they say everybody needs to be vaccinated, because then people will stop getting sick.
Because the people who would get it and die from the virus, the people who would get it and actually die from the virus, could naturally get the virus and die from the virus. But then there are people who are being exposed to the virus who wouldn't actually contract the virus.
How are they getting exposed to the virus?
Through the vaccine.
No, it's not enough vaccine.
How do people get the vaccine and have no contact with anybody and still contract the virus? 2 people died of the virus after getting the vaccine within a week of getting the vaccine. My wife's doctor said that nobody's ever died of the vaccine. They died of other reasons. Oh, really? You mean like the way people got shot and they shot themselves in the face to kill themselves, but on paper they died of the COVID vaccine or the COVID virus? Come on, people.
Well, hey, some people are trying to say that George Floyd died of the virus too. So
yeah. Ancient Greeks believed that pollution, noxious air, bad air, was the cause of a lot of illnesses. Yeah. Ancient Greeks. I said Romans. I meant Greeks. Greek gods. Wait a minute. Greeks and Romans are the same.
No, they're not.
Greek gods and Roman gods are the same.
No. Oh. They're similar. They have different names.
Do they?
Yes. There's Jupiter, and then there's
Thor,
Zeus, and then there's Neptune, and then there's Saturn, and then there's Cupid, and then there's Fabio.
Melissa and I, we jokingly come up with Greek god names
for your penis
to make fun of other people.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was the conjecture fact. Oh, look, I had This Week in Comedy History up. What an idiot.
You want to hear a funny story though about the whole mask vaccine whatnot?
Yeah, okay. But you get what I'm saying though. If somebody came to you and they were telling you needed to do something because it would help others, you need to have seatbelts in your car. Here's a good example. Yeah. You need to have seatbelts in your car because it'll prevent other people from dying in a car accident.
That's not true. It prevents you from dying, which prevents taxpayers from having to pay for people going to the hospital because they're not wearing seatbelts.
See, I believe in. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not an anti-masker. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I believe in liberty and each individual being able to make their own decisions about their own health.
Okay, but you don't have that right when you go to school.
Well, actually,
why do you have to be
homeschool?
Okay, but when you go to public school, you have to show your vaccines that you've had.
Well, you have to show your vaccine.
And this is when we were kids.
Yeah, but there are a lot of people who were opposed to that. They were anti-vaxxers, but that's not the point. The point I'm saying is that
their kids died, and then
if you so
they
choose,
used your religion to get away from going to prison, like they should have gone
well,
to
no,
prison.
They're okay. The polio vaccine, because we mentioned that earlier. The polio vaccine. You can scientifically show somebody how the polio vaccine works.
Now you can, yeah.
You can actually detail out this is what it is, this is what it does, and this is how it will affect you.
Right.
Okay.
But it takes years to figure out how it's affected.
People knew pretty much right away with the polio vaccine. How it's ineffective.
Yeah. They were like, you'll never be president again.
Yeah, because you're stuck in a wheelchair, man. No, but my whole deal is that if you decide you want to go get vaccinated, go get vaccinated.
Yeah.
If you work at a place that tells you have to get vaccinated and you don't want to get vaccinated, find
Don't
somewhere else to
work
work. If you conversely, if you want to get vaccinated, go get vaccinated. If the job that you're working at does not require people to be vaccinated and you feel that's unsafe, quit. Go somewhere else.
Hey, I actually had a job for 3 days over that whole COVID crap. Long story, but
So
yeah, no, you can quit your fucking job if you don't think they're taking care of it
but
the way
to
you
compel
think.
people to get the vaccine is wrong, because not everybody's going to react to the vaccine the same way. Not everybody's body is the same. Not everybody's health situation is the same. And to take completely healthy people where they are less likely to die from just contracting the virus naturally. And if you get, let's say you get the vaccine, you can still contract and transmit the virus.
But it slows it down.
It doesn't slow down.
Yes.
The same people who are dying from the virus are the same people who are dying from the virus after they got the vaccine.
So
Perfectly healthy people are not dying from COVID-19. Perfectly healthy people are not dying from COVID-19. The people who died from COVID-19 are people who had underlying medical conditions, other things that were going on, and people were calling it a COVID-19 death when it really wasn't.
But yeah, okay. Say I don't want to get personal. So say somebody has cancer.
Yeah, we
and gets COVID.
We have family members right now that if they got COVID, they would die.
Yeah, but do they die from COVID or do they die from cancer?
That's what I'm saying.
What?
I would
But
say
if
that-
they die, I think they die of cancer, but it's COVID kind of like
COVID related.
Yeah, like
There are people who died of cancer and died of pneumonia because of, let's say, AIDS, for example.
Right.
Instead of cancer, let's say AIDS.
no one has ever died of AIDS. No one in
died
the
of
world has ever died of
complications.
AIDS.
They have died of the
Well,
complications.
not even complications, diseases. They get rare diseases that no one have ever heard of before because they don't really exist anymore. But AIDS patients get them because of their immune system is no longer there.
So people are
But yeah, people
are
have
dying
died
of
of AIDS.
pneumonia, for example.
Yes.
Somebody would die from pneumonia,
Right.
and they would say that pneumonia was because of COVID-19
Oh.
or of AIDS or whatever. In reality, that's not true.
In some cases, it's not true.
They're connecting it together.
In some cases, it's true, though.
If you have a group of people, let's say you have 98 million people,
Yeah.
who will get zero reaction to getting the virus, and you have, let's say, 99.97% of the people will contract the virus and have no ill effects other than a maybe flu, and you have 0.3% of the population who you know exactly who they are who are going to die from it. Wouldn't you want to protect the 0.3% of the population to say, hey, you stay home, don't have visitors, let's quarantine you until you get a vaccination? See what I'm saying, G?
I hate to sound like a dick.
Yeah,
But-
sound like a dick. We disagree on this, and that's good, because Jay and I, we agree on everything.
Yeah, I know it's annoying. But, say, like, don't want to mention names, but somebody you don't know, but Jay and I happen to both know, she has a really, really bad immune system where she stays in. This was, started a long time ago. If she gets COVID, she's going to die.
Yeah.
Like that. There's
Yeah.
no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But, fucking bitch hasn't had a job for like 10 years. She doesn't do anything for the society. At all.
You're saying
Nothing.
she doesn't get
Let her die. They say let her die.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? But she hasn't ever paid me child support, and she owes me child support. But I'm mentioning who it is at all. I'm just saying, like, these people who are going to die, they live in a nursing home. When's the fucking last time you had a job, you fucking great grandma?
Deadbeats.
Die, you're fucking 99. You've lived a long life. Get COVID and die. We don't care. Why should a basketball player not play anymore because he has COVID?
Exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of my attitude, but then again, I know that's kind of being a dick, so I try to be like, oh, let's save these people, I guess,
Well, that goes to the whole thing about if somebody is an invalid, the word invalid comes from the word invalid.
Yeah.
Which comes from,
Wrong.
The whole thought process that if you are not contributing to society, you should be done with, euthanized.
Yeah. Okay.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Like back in the day when people got really old, they just send them away out of the community.
You mean
And
like
let them die.
like on dinosaurs where they would like put them on a boat and they put them in a raft and
Like
they
the
push them out
movie
of the ocean?
dinosaurs?
The TV show Dinosaurs, not the
I
mama,
don't remember
not
that.
the mama, and they would take the grandpa and
Oh, the grandma. Yeah, I remember that now.
and they
Yeah.
pushed her out on the water.
Yeah, because the Indians and Igloos, Eskimos. That's it. Eskimos used to be that.
Well, I know Native American tribes
Yeah,
Here.
non-Eskimos.
that would when a person got old, they would walk out in the wilderness alone
Yeah.
to die in the wilderness.
Yeah, and cats kind of do that too.
Cats do that. Sometimes dogs do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Speaking of that,
Yes.
perfect. perfect segue. The pathetic cut of the week this week is, let me introduce you to Kiki. This is Kiki. Kiki is the pathetic cut of the week. Aww.
Oh, wait, it's Kiki's on the right.
Right, Kiki's on the right. This is Kiki.
Cute.
Kiki.
I'm sure you're going to say, like, I have to know what. Is it like a mix of a Chihuahua?
No, it's a Chihuahua, straight up.
It's straight up Chihuahua?
It's a Chihuahua in Blue Springs.
There's no mix.
It's a Chihuahua puppy. She's a female. She's small, brown, chocolate colored, short hair. She's got all her stuff up to date. She has hind leg and knee, so she needs a little bit of help. Okay, she might need corrective surgery in the future to help her with her leg and knee. Now, because she doesn't contribute, because like
she should just be euthanized. And then people, they're asking for $350 for her.
I'm Kiki. I'm a 10-week-old Chihuahua. My foster mama says I'm feisty. I think I just have a lot to say and like to be held, so I yell at her until she picks me up. Hee hee. I am a special girl, and I will need a family who is prepared to help me. Melissa said, why do you talk like a black guy from like the 30s?
I was thinking black woman, but...
I'm a special girl prepared to help me. I was like, bro, I was born with a deformity in my back knees, and it makes it a little hard for me to walk and run, but I am tough. I'm not sure what my future will look like exactly. Good thing I do it. For now, I'm working on building my strength up by climbing hills, learning how to do stairs, and swimming. I don't worry about my legs or let them stop me from having fun. I love toys and playing with my furry foster siblings. I'm a really good snuggler too. Kiki's option is $350 and includes spay, microchip. I'm starting to talk like you, dude. You're rubbing off on me.
Fuck you.
You're she-bopping on me. Deworming, age-appropriate vaccinations, flea and tick and heartworm treatments, popportunities.com/adopt popportunities. So you can find out more about Kiki at popportunities.
I have a question about Chihuahuas, so you might be able to answer, or Melissa.
Yeah.
I've been wondering this. How many Chihuahuas in a row do you think are named Michael J. Fox?
That was my joke.
Oh, when?
Oh my gosh, that's my joke. I go, my dog knows how to shake. I'd say shake, and my dog would shake. I'd say shake, and my dog would shake. My wife says, that's not impressive. He's a Chihuahua. Chihuahua shake all the time. And I said, well, you're the one that named him Michael J. Fox. That's my joke.
You never Muhammad Ali? I don't think I've heard that one before.
Yeah, Michael J. Fox. Or what's that bitch's name? The one from, was she from Scream? No, not Scream. You know what I'm talking about? She was in Hellboy. Hellboy's girlfriend. Hellboy's girlfriend. She's like all like that now. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I know because like I said, it's kind of
that chick. Hellboy. That chick that was Hellboy's girlfriend.
Kind of picturing her face, but not really. Was she in
She was Hellboy's girlfriend.
Yeah, and she was in a movie.
I don't know. She was all over from Hellboy's girlfriend.
Dude.
Hellboy's girlfriend. See if we can find her name. There she is. Chandler.
Yes, that's it. She's like that now. Yeah, she was hot back in the day.
Yeah.
And now she doesn't really have to work that hard when she's jerking you off. I mean, that's just just put your head there and
let's see. So we got
let nature do its work.
We did this week in comedy history. Oh, you know what we didn't do? Woke this week. We're gonna finish off with woke this week. Woke this week. Here we go. We're gonna talk about what is racist today. What is racist?
Brown bag.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with. Here we go. Birds. Birds are racist. The racist legacy of many birds. Birds are racist. According to the Washington Post, birds are racist. Bird communities face a difficult debate about the names of species connected to enslavers, supremacists, and grave robbers. So birds are racist.
The names of birds, not the birds themselves.
Hey, birds are racist. What else is racist? Trees are racist.
And the trees, not the tree stuff, right?
Wait. Yes, green spaces, because there aren't enough green spaces in communities of color. There are poor. They say spaces in poor communities of color. Aren't there poor communities of black color? Aren't there poor communities of black people and white people? Why do all poor communities have to be
But here's the thing of that white trash for local suburbs, like say Dalton and Gardner, the piece of trees and stuff, right down. It's not really it's not
I'm saying
that poor communities, black race is in urban area, while the white trash are in the rural slash.
But whose fault is that? If you have a politician who builds the projects for black people to live in, or poor people, just say not just black people, because there are people of every different ethnicity that live in projects. Yeah. Primarily black people. But projects were built.
Right.
The people who designed those were led by politicians who were left, liberal, Democrat politicians who built these places, and they built them without parks, without trees. The lack of trees in certain areas is not because it's racism, and if there is racism, it's the people who designed those areas, which were politicians or were Democrats.
What decade are we talking about?
But it says now, all these places that were built that are lacking trees.
Recently?
No, I'm saying all these places that they're saying lack trees are in poor communities, and those poor communities were built by Democrats. So if it's true, poor communities of color have fewer trees and trees offer shade for climate change. Okay, so black communities are suffering because there are less trees,
yes.
or communities of color are suffering because there are less trees. That's because there was a Democrat somewhere who said, let's eliminate these trees and put up more housing of some type,
right?
Whatever. Let's tear out these businesses that are generating money and giving these people jobs. Tear down these factories and tear down these businesses and regulate the shit out of them until the businesses are gone and the factories are gone. And then in those spots that are now dilapidated, let's put up a project or an apartment building or whatever. And they plan it without any parks or without any trees. If that's true, I blame Democrats. Liberals. Progressive bleeding heart liberals. That's the cause of that.
Yeah.
The previous one, birds, just because a bird is named by somebody who was a scientist at the time, who just happened to be white, doesn't make it a white supremacy thing. That's stupid. That's retarded. And I can say retarded because I've got Asperger's.
But what about the bird?
What?
The anti-Semitic bird. Big bird.
What
Because
else-
he has a big nose.
What else
I
is
mean,
racist?
fuck.
Traffic is racist.
Traffic is racist.
Black people are disproportionately dying in traffic accidents.
What?
This report was done in the middle of a pandemic where people weren't supposed to be driving anywhere. So you're telling me in the middle of a pandemic where people weren't supposed to be driving in certain areas that more black people died in traffic accidents than white people? Why? Why is it that more black people die than white people? Why?
Because they're out more.
Because traffic is racist? Right? Is that what they're saying? Traffic is racist. That is the premise. The whole premise of this whole thing is that
Yeah, and you know what? This is one case where I straight up will say it's the black people's fault.
because they should have been out there driving like an idiot.
Yeah, should be driving like an idiot.
Should be driving drunk.
Should have a seatbelt on. You know,
Yeah.
when somebody gets in a car accident, it's normally their fault.
Speaking of traffic accidents, and this is going to go a little bit off topic, but still on topic for the last 4 minutes of the show. Did you hear about the gay pride parade? That hateful bigot ran into that gay pride parade, and people were
Recently?
like, it happened like during Pride Month, so it was last month.
Yeah, so 2 days ago.
So there was a pride parade,
And so,
and somebody crashed into
On
the
purpose?
pride parade. Did you hear about this?
No.
That somebody crashed in the pride parade. We're not going to give any motivation to why the person crashed. We're not going to say that anything. We're just saying what was reported.
Okay.
When it happened, what was reported was a hateful homophobe crashed into a pride parade to kill gays.
Okay.
They pulled the person out of the car, covered in blood, held the person in a chokehold, beat the person until the cops got there.
Yeah.
The cops got there, and when the cops walked up, the person was yelling, "I didn't mean to. It was an accident. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to."
So he was a gay guy.
Wearing a gay pride choir shirt.
Ah.
It was a member of the local gay pride choir,
Yeah, he was trying to get to the parade.
and he had an accident. But what the news reported for a whole week, immediately what they reported was it was a white supremacist, it was a homophobe, it was a Trump supporter, it was somebody trying to kill gays, and that's not what happened. Just like the Pulse nightclub thing. The Pulse nightclub thing, right? It's a white supremacist homophobe.
No, he was a Middle Eastern gay guy who was closeted because of Middle East Muslims hate gays
he was a
more
Muslim.
than crazy white
But
Christians
he
from
was
America.
he was a Middle Eastern Muslim.
Yes.
But as soon as that came out that he was a Middle Eastern Muslim, what happened in the news?
No,
They shut up.
No,
They shut
no,
up.
I heard even more about it because it was the fact that his religion, his religion basically tells him he's going to go to hell because he's gay.
Have you seen these Free Palestine people at the gay pride parades?
No.
So they're gay people with Palestinian flags
Yeah.
at the gay pride parade.
Well, I mean, not every Palestinian. First off, Palestinians, that's not a religion.
No, I'm not saying
Because
religion.
Jews are
I'm saying
Palestinians. Christians are Palestine.
Let's take-
I'm talking about Muslim.
No,
The Muslim religion
if
is
you
fucked
take that
up, and
person-
all religion is fucked
if you
up.
take that person flying Free Palestine flag from the gay pride parade
Yes.
and you flew them to Palestine,
Yes.
dressed the way they were dressed
Yes.
and acting the way they were acting,
Yes.
and you put them anywhere in Palestine, they wouldn't last very long.
From the Muslims.
No, it doesn't matter. My point is
Not
that,
every Palestinian.
that they're like, "Hey, Free Palestine," and they're promoting
You can
something.
still love somebody even though they hate you. You can still love them. You can still be, hey, they've had this country for like 20,000 years.
There are people-
Why the fuck are we letting Jews come and
There are
take it
people
over?
who love Farrakhan, love the Nation of Islam, but don't realize that because they're gay, and
That he hates
that
gays.
he hates them.
And he hates Jews.
Yes,
He's hateful.
yeah. I just think it's ironic that these people don't understand
Yeah.
what they're
No,
promoting.
I think people need to learn more about the Muslim religion. Like,
This lady came up to me and she was talking to me about Free Palestine. She had the Free Palestine hat on, and she's like, "Is your organization anti-war?" Well, I mean, I guess there's some guys in our group who are anti-war, some guys in our group that are pro-war. Depends on what war you're talking about. Well, if they're anti-war is anti-war. Okay.
no.
Well, but we were kind of not anti-war when we, went after Hitler and saved a bunch of Jews from getting exterminated. And she walked away pissed. Like, she was pissed that I said something negative about Hitler and something positive about Jews. She was pissed. Okay, so what she was saying is it's okay to be anti-war if you don't like who's winning the war, but it's not okay to be anti-war if you're not anti-war if the wrong person is winning the war.
Right.
But you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
I know what you're saying. She's
Oh.
anti-war because of Jews.
That was a great show. Damn good show, to quote the Hodge twins.
Dude, 15 over.
Yeah. No, we didn't go 15 over. We went. Look,
That's
1 minute 45 seconds over. 'Cause
Oh,
we
okay.
started late. Remember?
So it does. Yeah, it doesn't count when we started.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this. That's the closer, and then we shut off our microphone. So shut your microphone.
We did like way less than we have.